Family engagement is one of the key linchpins in careers education. It takes the parent, the school, the student to ensure that the careers education is as good as it possibly can be. We need to ensure that every stakeholder understands their role within it. That can be to enthuse, it can be to educate, and it also can be to engage. And all three of the stakeholders need to make sure that they're doing those to ensure that the student can access the career they want.
Well, it's widely recognised that a young person's parents or carers are the most influential people when children are starting out their journey of understanding what career they might follow. So as a school, we think it's vital to work alongside our parents to engage them in the process so that the students and young people can have full support from home and school.
Students are juggling a lot when they're studying, particularly in year 12 during their A-levels. So having that support from parents, not only is it the constant reminder of having to think about not just getting the grades, but also what you're doing when you come out. And also having the same conversations in school and at home, it just drills in the importance of careers and employability.
When the families are engaged within those conversations, the students will then actually be more engaged in school. Hopefully through that engagement, better grades, better attainment, but also students will increase the number of activities that they actually engage with that are career related.
Parental engagement is a key feature of our school because we're quite a small community school, and being able to engage parents with decision making choices for students is really essential to us. It allows our parents, our students, our teachers, our staff members to work really closely together to ensure the best outcomes for our students, and involving parents in that is an essential part.
The benefit of being involved with my children and what they've done going through their careers advice is just knowing what they've said, and when they've mulling over, quite often they might ask questions or quite shy because they're also young people. They haven't got the confidence of an adult to ask those questions that maybe they might think are a bit silly, or they might have said something and they haven't quite caught it because for them it's a new environment. They don't quite catch everything that's said and they're like, what did they actually just say there? So it's really good to have somebody else on board and then ask the question, and they can then process it with you afterwards as well. So you can't say, well, I wasn't there and I don't know what was said, so get on with it. I can actually go through those questions with them and say, and explore the options with them, what are the pros, what are the cons, and just be a whole part of that process with them.
My mum advises me on what she thinks I'd be best at career-wise, but it's just an advice. Like, she doesn't tell me what to do or anything, but she just gives me a little nudge into what direction she thinks I'll be good at.
They're the people I've grown up with. They observe me, they observe my strengths and my weaknesses. So, sometimes they nudge you towards something. Oh, you're very outspoken, I think you'd be good as a lawyer. So not necessarily in a bad way, but they have, had their input. But in regards to me making my decision, they're very open to, listening to what I want to do, but also very cautious to make sure that I'm sure that's what I want to do, one, and two, I'm making a decision that's realistic for my future as well.
My parents always telling me that it's not as easy as just saying you're going to do something. You have to understand, have the experience to know what it's about, what it means for you to do that.
The students need to be able to have the confidence in their parents that they can go and talk to them, and that the parents will have the knowledge about the courses and the availability for them, rather than just rely on school to give them the information. They need to be able to have that backup support as well. So we need to ensure that the parents are confident with the knowledge of all the different changes. So for instance, this year we've had the introduction of T-levels, and a lot of parents, unless they're in education themselves, wouldn't know about that. So it's important that we educate the parents as well as the students so that we can have that triangular conversation happening.
Careers has changed considerably over the last few years. It's now, it's not a linear process, and most parents will actually think that they sons or daughters, the young people, are going to be making decisions for the rest of their life. It's all about a journey, and the key aspect is that the young people make decisions that are correct for the next part of that journey.
I think students who have the support of their parents are more likely to sign up to things, more likely to give up their own time to get involved in things. They're more confident in the way they speak. They're more confident and likely to get involved in something that they've never done before.